What if I told you that buying the wrong SUV in 2026 could cost you over $15,000 to $20,000 in unexpected repairs over just 5 years? Crazy, right? But some SUVs are engineering marvels that'll run for decades with nothing more than oil changes. In this video, I'm counting down the top 10 most reliable SUVs coming in 2026. The ones that'll protect your wallet, hold their value, and keep running long after your neighbors are shopping for their third replacement. Stick around for number 1 because it's not what you think. And wait for the bonus segment where I expose 2 SUVs that'll drain your savings faster than a Vegas weekend. Ready to make the smartest automotive decision of your life? Let's dive in. Starting at number 10, we've got the Genesis GV80, the luxury underdog that's quietly rewriting the rules. A decade ago, nobody took Genesis seriously. Today, they're building SUVs that rival Mercedes and BMW, but here's the kicker: they're doing it with actual reliability. The GV80 comes standard with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Let that sink in. While German luxury brands are charging you extra for a warranty that barely covers 3 years, Genesis is basically saying, "We're so confident in this SUV, we'll back it for a decade." Under the hood, you've got 2 solid options: a turbocharged 2.5-liter 4-cylinder or a smooth 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6. Both engines share DNA with Hyundai's proven powertrains, which means fewer exotic parts and lower repair costs when something does need attention. Insurance companies love the GV80's excellent crash ratings without the luxury theft target stigma of a BMW X5. You're saving hundreds yearly compared to German rivals. And here's something most buyers miss: Genesis dealers actually want your business. That means better service, loaner cars, and none of the arrogance you'll get at a Mercedes dealership. When you combine that with a vehicle that's built to last, you've got a luxury experience that doesn't punish your bank account. Sure, it's only been on the market since 2021, so we don't have 300,000-mile examples yet. But early reports from owners? Rock solid. No major complaints, no pattern failures, just smooth, quiet luxury that keeps delivering. At number 9, we've got the Toyota 4Runner, the SUV that refuses to die. Seriously, this thing is basically the same truck it was 15 years ago. And you know what? That's exactly why it's on this list. While other manufacturers chase trendy designs and overcomplicated tech, Toyota stuck with what works: a bulletproof 4.0-liter V6, body-on-frame construction, and mechanical simplicity that even your teenager could maintain. The result? 4Runners routinely sail past 300,000 miles like it's nothing. I've personally seen 4Runners from the mid-2000s still running strong with original engines and transmissions. We're talking vehicles that have seen more miles than some commercial trucks, and they're still reliable daily drivers. That's not luck. That's Japanese engineering at its finest. Here's the financial play that most people overlook: 4Runners barely depreciate. A 3-year-old model often sells for 85% of its original price. Compare that to a Jeep Grand Cherokee that loses 40% the moment you sign the paperwork. The 4Runner isn't just an SUV, it's a liquid asset you can drive. Now, let's be real, the fuel economy is terrible. You're looking at maybe 17 miles per gallon combined. The interior feels dated, and the infotainment system looks like it was designed in 2012, because it basically was. But here's the thing: none of that matters when you're still driving the same SUV 20 years from now while your neighbors are on their 4th vehicle. Insurance loves them too, thanks to lower theft rates compared to flashier SUVs and solid safety scores. And because they're so simple mechanically, repair costs are shockingly low for the few times you actually need work done. The 2026 model keeps the same proven formula, which means you're buying decades of reliability wrapped in throwback styling. If you want an SUV that'll outlast your mortgage, the 4Runner delivers. Sliding into number 8 is the Mazda CX-5, proof that reliability doesn't have to mean boring. While most compact SUVs feel like appliances on wheels, the CX-5 actually has soul: sharp handling, premium interior materials, and styling that turns heads in the grocery store parking lot. But here's where it gets interesting. Mazda builds these things like they're trying to prove something to the world. And honestly, they are. For years, Mazda has been the underdog, overshadowed by Toyota and Honda, so they went all in on quality, and the CX-5 is the result. RepairPal gives it a 4.5 out of 5 reliability rating, and Consumer Reports consistently ranks it near the top for dependability. Real-world owners back that up. Many report crossing 200,000 miles with nothing more than routine maintenance. No catastrophic failures, no mysterious electrical gremlins, just a solid SUV that keeps working. Here's something I absolutely love. Unlike most competitors, the CX-5 doesn't use a CVT transmission. Instead, you get a traditional 6-speed automatic that's smoother, more responsive, and way more reliable long-term. That alone could save you $4,000 to $6,000 in potential transmission repairs down the road. The turbocharged engine option delivers 256 horsepower without sacrificing reliability, giving you that fun-to-drive factor most compact SUVs completely lack. And because Mazda keeps the interior upscale with soft-touch materials and thoughtful design, it feels like a luxury vehicle that costs $15,000 less. Insurance companies appreciate the strong safety ratings and low claim rates, meaning lower premiums. And resale value holds strong, especially compared to American brands that plummet instantly. The 2026 refresh brings updated styling and tech while keeping the same reliable bones underneath. If you want a compact SUV that's fun to drive and built to last, the CX-5 hits that sweet spot perfectly. Coming in at number 7 is the Kia Telluride, the family hauler that shocked the entire automotive industry. When it debuted in 2020, nobody expected a Kia to win basically every SUV of the Year award. But the Telluride didn't just win awards. It proved that Korea is building some of the most reliable vehicles on the planet. Here's what blows me away. This SUV comes standard with Kia's legendary 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. That's not marketing fluff, that's genuine confidence in their engineering. While Ford and Chevy are giving you 3 years of coverage and wishing you luck, Kia is saying, "We've got you covered for a decade." The 3.8-liter V6 engine is smooth, powerful, and proven. It's been powering Kias and Hyundais for years with minimal complaints. Pair that with an 8-speed automatic transmission that's both refined and durable, and you've got a powertrain that should easily surpass 200,000 miles. But here's the genius part. Kia loaded this thing with features: leather seats, panoramic sunroof, premium audio, 3 rows of actual usable space, all standard or available at prices that make German luxury brands look like highway robbery. You're getting Audi-level comfort with Honda-level reliability. Insurance companies love the Telluride too. It scored top marks in crash tests, and because it's a family SUV with advanced safety tech, premiums typically run lower than sporty crossovers or luxury models. That's money saved every single month. And resale value? The Telluride holds its worth like crazy. Used models often sell for nearly the price of new ones because demand is so high and supply is limited. That's depreciation protection you rarely see outside of Toyota and Honda. Early adopters from 2020 and 2021 are already reporting trouble-free ownership well past 100,000 miles. No major complaints, no pattern failures, just solid, dependable transportation wrapped in a gorgeous package. The 2026 model refines an already winning formula. If you need 3 rows, luxury features, and bulletproof reliability without paying luxury prices, the Telluride is an absolute no-brainer. At number 6, we have the Hyundai Palisade, the Telluride's twin brother deserving equal respect. These two share so much DNA, they're almost interchangeable, but the Palisade has its own identity and the same rock-solid reliability, making Korean SUVs the smart buyer's secret weapon. Just like the Telluride, you get that incredible 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. It's like buying an extended warranty that's actually worth something, except it comes standard. For families keeping vehicles long-term, that peace of mind is priceless. Under the hood sits the same proven 3.8-liter V6 and dependable 8-speed automatic. Hyundai and Kia share engineering resources, so when one perfects something, both brands benefit. That's why both are so reliable, built on the same excellent foundation. The Palisade gives you 3 rows of genuinely spacious seating, rare in this class. Even full-size adults can ride comfortably in the third row, perfect for road trips or carpooling duty. Here's a financial angle most buyers miss. Because the Palisade is slightly less trendy than the Telluride, you can find better deals and more inventory. We're talking $2,000 to $3,000 in savings for essentially the same vehicle. That's smart shopping. Insurance rates stay reasonable thanks to excellent safety scores, and early reliability reports mirror the Telluride's success. Owners racking up miles with minimal issues. Insurance rates stay reasonable thanks to excellent safety scores, and early reliability reports mirror the Telluride's success. Owners racking up miles with minimal issues. The 2026 Palisade continues Hyundai's winning strategy. If the Telluride's price premium seems steep, the Palisade gives you 95% of the experience for less money. Quick pause here. If you're finding this list helpful, do me a favor and smash that like button right now. It genuinely helps the channel reach more people who need honest car advice, and trust me, the top 5 is where things get really interesting. You won't believe which legendary SUV is climbing even higher this year. Cracking the top 5 is the Honda CR-V, America's compact crossover champion for decades. There's a reason this thing sells like crazy. It just works. Year after year, generation after generation, the CR-V delivers exactly what families need without drama. Here's what separates Honda: engineering discipline. While others chase trends and complicate things, Honda perfects the fundamentals. The result? Second-generation CR-Vs from the early 2000s are approaching 500,000 miles, 500,000 miles on original engines and transmissions. That's not a fluke, that's masterful engineering. The 2026 CR-V continues that legacy with a refined turbocharged engine balancing power and efficiency. You're looking at 30 miles per gallon combined, saving thousands at the pump over the vehicle's lifetime. Insurance companies consistently rate the CR-V among the cheapest SUVs to insure thanks to its top Safety Pick Plus rating and low repair costs. Lower premiums, month after month. But here's the financial genius: resale value. Honda's reputation keeps used CR-V prices artificially high. A 5-year-old model sells for 65% of its original price, while a comparable Nissan Rogue loses 50% or more. That's equity you can bank on. Real-world owners tell the same story: 150,000 miles with zero major repairs, 200,000 miles running like new, oil changes, brake pads, tires, that's it. The 2026 model refines an already excellent formula. Want a compact SUV serving your family reliably for 15 to 20 years without breaking the bank? The CR-V is one of the safest bets you can make. At number 4, we've got the Subaru Forester. The compact SUV Consumer Reports gave an astonishing 98 out of 100 reliability score. That's about as close to automotive perfection as you'll find. Now I know what you're thinking. But Subaru CVTs? Yeah, a decade ago they had issues, but here's the truth: Subaru fixed the problem. Modern Foresters with CVTs prove incredibly reliable with one simple rule: change the CVT fluid every 30,000 miles. Do that and you avoid the horror stories. Skip it and you might become one. It's a straightforward fluid change costing maybe $150 that buys decades of trouble-free driving. What makes the Forester special is combining practicality with genuine capability. Standard all-wheel drive means you're ready for snow, mud, or rainy commutes without thinking twice. The interior is spacious and thoughtfully designed with excellent visibility, making parking and city driving a breeze. Owners routinely push Foresters past 200,000 miles with nothing but routine maintenance. And because Subaru has a loyal, almost cult-like following, resale values stay strong year after year. Insurance companies appreciate the top Safety Pick Plus rating and standard all-wheel drive, which reduces accident rates in bad weather. That means lower premiums, especially in states seeing winter weather. Fuel economy hits around 29 miles per gallon combined, excellent for an all-wheel drive SUV. Over 100,000 miles, that efficiency saves you $3,000 to $4,000 compared to thirstier competitors. The 2026 Forester continues Subaru's philosophy of building vehicles that simply work. No gimmicks, just smart engineering and reliability you can count on for decades. Breaking into the top 3 is the Lexus RX, the luxury SUV that's been quietly dominating reliability for over 25 years. While German brands chase performance bragging rights, Lexus perfected something better, never breaking down. Here's the genius: the RX shares powertrain DNA with Toyota, giving you legendary Japanese reliability wrapped in buttery soft leather. The hybrid RX 350h delivers 36 miles per gallon combined, better than most compact SUVs, while feeling like an $80,000 Mercedes. Real-world owners routinely cross 200,000 miles with zero drama. No catastrophic failures, just whisper-quiet luxury that keeps delivering. There's a reason you see 15-year-old RX models still looking pristine. They simply don't break. Insurance loves the RX because it's safe, but not flashy enough to attract thieves. That means lower premiums than German rivals screaming expensive parts inside. And here's the kicker: a 5-year-old RX holds 60% of its value, while a BMW X5 loses 55% or more. You're not just buying luxury, you're making an investment. The cabin feels expensive in every way: soft materials, perfect controls, library quiet comfort. This is an SUV that makes you feel like you're winning at life. The 2026 RX keeps the bulletproof engineering with updated tech. If you want luxury that actually lasts, this is the smart choice over flashier alternatives. At number 2, we have the Lexus TX, the brand new 3-row luxury SUV, already proving why Lexus dominates reliability rankings. This is Lexus taking everything learned from 25 years of building the RX and scaling it up for families needing that third row without compromising luxury or longevity. The TX launched in 2024, so we don't have decades of data yet, but here's why it's already this high. It's built on the same proven platform as the RX and shares powertrains with Toyota's most reliable SUVs. When you combine Lexus's obsessive quality control with Toyota's engineering excellence, you get a vehicle pre-approved for 200,000 plus miles. You've got options: a smooth 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder or a hybrid powertrain delivering power and impressive efficiency. The hybrid TX models get around 27 to 29 miles per gallon combined, remarkable for a luxury SUV seating 7 comfortably. And I mean comfortably. The TX gives you 3 rows of genuine adult-friendly space. Most luxury 3-row SUVs make the third row feel like punishment. Not here. Insurance costs stay reasonable because Lexus vehicles aren't high-theft targets and come loaded with advanced safety tech preventing accidents before they happen. Here's the smart financial play. The TX gives you everything a BMW X7 or Mercedes GLS offers, but you'll spend $20,000 less upfront and probably $30,000 less over 10 years, factoring in maintenance and repairs. Early TX owners report the same smooth, trouble-free ownership Lexus is famous for. The 2026 TX continues the winning formula: bulletproof Toyota engineering wrapped in luxury, at prices making sense for long-term ownership. And at number 1, we have the Toyota Grand Highlander, the ultimate smart buy for 2026. Some might be surprised it's not a Lexus or Honda at the top, but hear me out. The Grand Highlander is Toyota saying, we're building the most reliable 3-row SUV possible, loading it with features, pricing it fairly, and backing it with our rock-solid reputation. And they nailed it. This isn't just another Highlander. It's bigger, more refined, and engineered specifically to compete with luxury 3-row SUVs while maintaining Toyota's legendary reliability. You're getting a vehicle comfortably seating 7 or 8 people with genuine space in all 3 rows and cargo room for real family adventures. The hybrid Grand Highlander is where things get really interesting. 36 miles per gallon combined in a 3-row SUV. Most compact crossovers can't match that. Over 150,000 miles, that efficiency saves you $15,000 compared to gas-guzzling alternatives. But here's the real genius. Toyota took their most proven powertrains, the ones powering Camrys and RAV4s, to 300,000 plus miles for decades, and dropped them into the Grand Highlander. You're getting mechanical DNA tested by millions of drivers worldwide. Insurance companies love Grand Highlanders because they're sensible, safe family vehicles with excellent crash ratings and low repair costs. Premiums stay reasonable, not inflated like German luxury competitors. And resale value? Toyota resale is legendary. A 5-year-old Grand Highlander will sell for prices making other brands jealous. This is number 1 because it checks every box: reliability, efficiency, space, comfort, resale value, and peace of mind. It's not the flashiest SUV, but it's the one you'll still be happily driving when everyone else is shopping for their third replacement. Now, we've covered the SUVs you can trust, but it's time to flip the script and talk about 2 models you should absolutely avoid in 2026. These aren't just questionable choices, they're potential financial disasters wrapped in shiny paint. First up, the Mazda CX-90 plug-in hybrid. Now, I love Mazda. The CX-5 made this list at number 8, but the CX-90 PHEV? It's breaking my heart and emptying wallets. Here's what's happening. Owners are reporting their brand new $60,000 SUVs going into limp mode on highways. Imagine merging onto the freeway with your family, and suddenly the SUV loses power. Terrifying, right? But it gets worse. Battery management systems throw constant error codes. Charging systems randomly stop working overnight. Some CX-90 PHEV owners have had their SUVs stuck at dealerships for weeks at a time, and when they finally get them back, the problems return within days. The issue is Mazda's ambition outpacing their execution. They took their beautiful inline-6 engine, slapped on a plug-in hybrid system to chase fuel economy numbers, and the combination is a technical nightmare. Software updates aren't fixing it. Dealers can't consistently diagnose what's wrong. It's a mess. Insurance companies are catching on fast. Higher claim rates mean higher premiums, so you're paying luxury SUV prices for unreliable transportation. Here's the painful irony. The regular CX-90 without the plug-in hybrid is actually pretty solid. But the PHEV, you're basically paying $5,000 extra to be Mazda's beta tester. If you love Mazda, stick with the CX-5. If you need 3 rows, wait until Mazda fixes these issues, or just buy something else. Don't let the promise of efficiency turn into a nightmare of repair bills and rental cars. And the second SUV to avoid, the Jeep Grand Wagoneer. This is Jeep's flagship, their $100,000 statement that they can compete with Range Rover and Cadillac. Spoiler alert, they can't, and your bank account will suffer for it. Here's what owners are experiencing. You're driving your 6-figure SUV, and suddenly the infotainment screen freezes. The backup camera glitches. Warning lights pop up like Christmas decorations. One day everything works, the next you're sitting in the driveway wondering if you should even start it. But electrical gremlins are just the beginning. The air suspension system, you know, that fancy feature Jeep charges extra for, is failing before 50,000 miles. The repair cost, $3,000 to $5,000. That's not a typo. One air strut fails, and you're looking at a repair bill that could have bought a decent used car. Engine problems are plaguing the Hurricane turbocharged inline-6 too. Turbo failures, excessive oil consumption, cooling system leaks. Owners who dropped 6 figures expecting luxury reliability are getting Jeep's infamous quality control instead. And here's the financial gut punch. A 2-year-old Grand Wagoneer loses 45% of its value. You're watching $45,000 evaporate while simultaneously paying for repairs. It's financial torture. Insurance companies know this too, hammering these with sky-high premiums thanks to expensive parts and constant claims. Want a large luxury SUV? Buy a Lexus TX instead. You'll save $30,000 upfront, avoid the nightmare, and actually enjoy ownership instead of dreading every dashboard warning light. The Grand Wagoneer looks impressive at the dealership, but 6 months later, it's a regret you can't afford. So here's the bottom line. The smartest SUV isn't the flashiest. It's the one that starts every morning, drives 300,000 miles without drama, and still holds its value. Choose right, and you'll save $30,000 over a decade. Choose wrong, and you're funding your mechanic's retirement instead of your own. Which SUV would you trust for the next 20 years? Drop your answer below. And if this video saved you from making a $100,000 mistake, smash that subscribe button for more no BS car advice that protects your wallet. See you in the next one.